In the middle of the ocean, no one can hear you scream. Influencer is a Shudder original, written and directed by Curtis David Harder, who did the Saw spin-off Spiral just a few years ago. Also written by Tesh Gudakonda. Hope I pronounced that name correctly. Check out their IMDb pages for the full listings of their work. And this centers around a few particular characters. There's Madison, a social media influencer, played by Emily Tennant, who's in Thailand, just having a vacation away from her boyfriend Ryan, played by Rory J. Saper, who, let's just say they have a tense relationship. He's paying for this. As a social media influencer, she sells products to people, and she's just trying to get away. She wants to fly away to Thailand. She wants to get away. She wants to get away. Okay, I'm sorry. I really can't sing it all, but I can't help it. And she's just having fun. Beautiful scenery. This particular resort that she's at seems to be populated by all of 5 people. Bit weird that, but nevertheless, maybe it wasn't their busy time, but it was a beautiful location. And Madison is going through some stuff. Then she meets a young lady named CW, played by Cassandra Naud. Naud. I hope I pronounced that correctly. If not, I do apologize. She has, I thought it was makeup. She actually has a birthmark here. And she's a member of the LGBTQ community, according to her IMDb page. And I gotta say right now, Cassandra, revelation here. I gotta see more stuff that she's in. It's not that anybody else, as far as main focus characters, were bad in this, but Cassandra was great. Great screen presence. She can just, command the screen. Beautiful, talented. Looking forward to seeing what else she can do. So she was definitely a positive about this. And there are also a couple other characters. Jessica, played by Sarah Cannon, and then a couple other people that are bit characters. Rupert, Paul Spurrier, and then Madison's friend Jay. And there are a few extras and a couple scenes, but other than that, it pretty much just centers around a few particular characters. Madison meets CW and tells her about her life. They have a whole bunch of fun. And Madison's apartment is broken into. And oh my god, it's all torn. Her passport's gone. What the hell's going on here? CW offers to help her. They have a whole bunch of fun. And then she says, hey, how about we go to a particular, island area? And then a certain thing happens. And from there, we get the rest of the movie. And that's really all I'm going to say without getting into spoilers. But I will say that the acting was quite good. Even though, yes, the movie is silly, yet serious, and at times you might think superficial. It is about social media influence work. The thing is this movie does make you realize that even if you're in a foreign country, if you disappear, people may come looking for you, or they may not, and you may just cease to goddamn exist. And your social media, platform, it could continue, but who knows what could actually happen if you just suddenly vanished in the twinkling of a thigh. I think that's how that goes. Yeah, I actually enjoyed this quite a bit. Curtis David Harder did a great job here as far as using locations. The writing was crisp. Yes, it's silly. Yes, you have to go along with a few ridiculous points. It reminded me of a few elements of A Perfect Getaway and The Talented Mr. Ripley. That's about the closest I'll get to any spoilers. And from there, we have a horror movie that maybe treads some familiar ground, but it has fun. And even with the silly moments, serious moments, and even with a bit of the goofy nature about it, it ends up being quite good. It is one of the best Shudder originals that I've seen in quite a while. And Shudder, great streaming service. No, I'm not sponsored. Wouldn't mind being sponsored, but they are a big social media platform with a lot, or streaming service that is, with a lot of great horror movies, from originals to old stuff and everything. So I highly recommend you check it out if you haven't already. But this is good. This is quite good, actually. Even with any of the faults you could find, and peeling back, a little bit of the story, you realize that there's a lot of logic loopholes. But nevertheless, it shows what people can get away with in certain foreign countries. And even if it's ridiculous, it ends up never being boring. In fact, it ends up having very picturesque stuff with some great performances. Again, Cassandra, great stuff. She was really, really good in this. And so were Emily and Sarah and even Rory as Ryan. And from there, it's good. It's quite good. Highly recommend you guys check it out. I will be getting into spoilers. it is pretty obvious, though, from the offset, the offset where you actually are as far as, where the story is going. But it takes enough turns. They're like, okay, I can get into this even with the silliness. 3, 2, 1, and spoilers. Okay, so basically, it turns out the CW broke into Madison's apartment. I don't think that was really all that shocking. They go off into this island, and they're sitting around the campfire. There's no cell phone service, and what happens is, Madison jokes, "Oh, you're not going to kill me, are you?" "No, I'm not going to kill you." But then, basically, CW basically says, "I'm going to," and this is a great scene from Cassandra. Great scene, great stuff. And I mean, don't get me wrong, Emily Tennant did great here too. But Cassandra had to sell this whole thing, like, "No, I'm just going to leave you stranded here, and you might survive 3 or 4 days, and then nobody's going to know you're gone." And then they'll laugh about it. But then CW does exactly that. And then we see her body on the beach. Madison's, that is. And we get the opening credits. I mean, besides seeing in the very beginning a few of, a few of the production companies that had anything to do with it, like Jackrabbit Films, Diamond Cutter Films, or Jackrabbit Media, Diamond Cutter Films, Bang, Yo, It's Me, It's D, okay, probably can't say that, he might have that trademarked, and Supercell. Super Chill, that is, I'm sorry, Supercell was a micro-budget Twister movie. No disrespect to Super Chill. So anyway, 30 minutes in, we get the opening credits for whatever reason. That was certainly a choice. I don't exactly know what was going on. And CW takes over Madison's life. Posting on social media, she uses filters to hide the fact that she has the birthmark on her face. And then she decides to make another woman her target. Jessica, sorry, MST3K popping into my head, can't help it. But Jessica is a lot smarter because she's a bigger social media influencer and she can see that there's something wrong with CW. CW ends up breaking into her apartment, stealing her stuff, like she did to Madison. Why? Just because. You don't always need a grandiose reason for why you do things. And then she has Jessica stay with her, and then CW says she has a place. It actually turns out to be Madison's place, and Ryan's there because Ryan's looking for her. And then the next morning, Madison calls him to break up, like she tried to break up on video chat before. And it's CW on the laptop typing this shit. It's like AI produced chat. CW isn't exactly subtle with the fact that it's very obvious she's the villain, but she just wants to take over people's lives. And why? Because she can. That's pretty much it. That's the best I got from this. Jessica calls her bluff, basically saying, when she says, "I'm not going to stay here, I'm going to go to a hotel." And CW asks if I did something wrong. Nope, it's just that you're fucking creepy. And CW attacks, hits her head against the wall, and pushes her heel into her goddamn throat. That was brutal. That was good shit. This movie earns its goddamn scares and its violence, and it's good. It's good. This was good. Well done. Well done, Curtis, David Hart. Well done there. Well done to both people involved. And Ryan shows up with friends, and then CW's like, "No, you don't need to do that. What the hell are you doing? Get the hell out of here." And she broke up with you. What are you doing? Then she drugs him and pretends like, oh, they're having, they had sex, and takes pictures of him and everything. And again, Cassandra, beautiful woman. I mean, just saying, you shouldn't do that to people. I'm just saying, Ryan's also kind of a dick. The thing is, there's really nobody worth, rooting for here. Maybe Jessica, sort of. But Madison, she was kind of I guess she was kind of a ditz. But it's like, I don't know. She wasn't necessarily the best person either. CW, clearly the goddamn villain. So then, Ryan decides to leave for a bit. CW burns evidence. And then we get flashbacks of how Ryan and Madison met. And then, basically, this guy, Rupert, is in the bar again. Ryan shows up at the place that Madison was at, and he tells her about, oh yeah, that was posted a while ago, though. Because this is the first sunny day we've had in a bit, and that was a very cloudy day. And then Ryan says, that's it, I'm going to go get revenge on CW. He hits her, he traps her, and then tries to get answers. She says, I'll take you to, where your girlfriend is. And even though she's hogtied, she's tied behind her back, she knocks him into the water and chokes him out and everything. It should have been me. And so he's dead. She travels back to the, and I'm not kidding, by the way. Jessica completely disappears because she's dead. No, that was actually, she did stuff her body earlier. CW stuffed her body in a luggage case, suitcase. I don't know why that was so fun. One of those rolling suitcases. Whatever happened to that? It turns out that after going through his stuff, that Ryan was going to propose. CW goes to the island to basically find Madison alive still. Madison knocks her out, takes the boat, and travels back, and now CW's left. And that's it. That's Influencer, everybody. I mean, sure, it was a silly ending, it was a silly premise. I mean, really, if you think about it, there's no way anybody would have been able to get up or get away with this shit. But nevertheless, it was fun. It was quite fun. I'm giving it an A. I had a lot of fun with this. I look forward to seeing more Shudder originals like this, not like Consecration. My God, that movie was shit. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin. I'll see you soon.